13 of the NFL.
And we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches.
It's the Chiefs and the Broncos on Sunday night.
Thank you on a cold night at the foot of the Rockies. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor, gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Given the gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bonito in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it will still lead to a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit.
He's got a man, complete, the 30. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, and 10. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. Oh, good move. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. (10-3) our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And his throws. Complete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 29 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And Denver getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Again, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
That's complete to Tony. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
Mahomes now on first down.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But graduate the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 11 yards for number 11. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
From the 10.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Getting caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. There's Wilson to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Pick.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now here's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete.
Down inside the 10.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
On 2nd and 10, it's Rippon. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Fielded at the 33.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Mahomes now on first down. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You're going to go play action here with Rippon. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw it is Rippon. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
On first down, Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Rippon on 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. Hello. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side.
On the move past the 40.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those. They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here is another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Darius Phillips on the loose. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw
incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just get going.